Okay, I wanted to jump on here and talk about brain health, okay? Because we're in a time period where there's a lot of old material being discarded from our consciousness, from our bodies. The eclipses and the energies of the cosmos are helping us to unload, detox. The retrogrades are helping us to go backwards in time and sort of bring some of that imprinting and programming forward. But then we find that we've uncovered a lot of this stuff in our brain, and it's really helpful to do some brain detox, some brain nourishment, some brain rebuilding. So if you've followed me on Facebook recently, I've just gone through a cleanse that when you do that kind of thing, when you do cleansing, water, juice fasting, and so forth, there is a sort of like stripping down. There is a detox, a release. And what you want to make sure and do after you do something like that, and also emotional clearing and emotional cleansing, if you've worked with me, is to do some rebuilding of the brain. The brain is such a vital organ to the body, and it is very fat oriented. It has a lot of fats. And actually a lot of our fat-free diets and fat-reduced diets in our culture can be very damaging to the brain, because the brain needs fat. It needs good fat. So there are some good fats that you can add. One is ghee, which is a clarified butter. It is a very good fat for your brain, used largely in Ayurvedic medicine. I wrote a really good article on the benefits of ghee on basmati.com. If you look up ghee and my name, you can find that great article. And I just like to add ghee to soup, to my stir-fry vegetables, to egg. Egg is another really good one with the choline that is found in so few other things. Bee pollen and egg, you get the choline, acetylcholine for the brain. So both bee pollen and preferably somebody's farm-grown eggs from their chickens. So like I've got people with chickens right behind me. Preferable to get chickens from the nearest to the source as you can, so the yolk is nice and bright and the choline is high. So then also the immune boosting and very healing mushroom family with like lion's mane, chaga, reishi, all of those, chaga, did I just say that? All the mushrooms, even shiitake is a really good mushroom. Cordyceps for the brain, for the immune system, for general overall health. I recommend getting some of those. And on the line of the oils, coconut oil in a refined state, especially the MCT oil, can be really good brain boosting. But coconut oil in general, if it's an unadulterated, refined, virgin, is really awesome oil for your brain. Other brain health foods, ormus gold. Now it might be hard to find the best ormus out there, so if you need assistance finding a good one, then feel free to message me. Put a question in the message box or send me an email, stasiabliss@gmail.com, and inquire. But I highly recommend for our consciousness having some ormus gold. My only caution on that is to make sure that you are past the part of your evolution where you're really thinking negative thoughts a lot and you're really like struggling with keeping those negative thoughts out, because having ormus gold is going to help propel what your thoughts are, propel them forward. So if you're leaning more than 50% into the positive thoughts, then you can add in the ormus gold, and it's going to help support your consciousness and bringing in the things that you're manifesting, and also integration. So ormus gold is consciousness food. Another good brain health item is cannabis, the cannabis plant. I know there's some people against the cannabis plant, but all the good stuff about it points. It's actually one of the most healing plants on the planet. So you could go CBD oils, CBD if you want to just get the endocannabinoids, your receptor sites filled. You've got endocannabinoid receptor sites all over your body and all over in your brain that help your body go into homeostasis. The cannabis plant is medicine for balancing the hemispheres of the brain and helping bring cohesion to the brain and a communication with higher levels of consciousness and with earth planes, so connecting the higher and the lower realities. However, if you have not used that on your own before and you feel like you might need some guidance, then try to do that under supervision. And if you need assistance also, you can reach out about that. Another plant medicine that is helpful in brain health is an Amazonian herb called sananga. Sananga is eye drops. It's a medicine for the eyes. It works on the ocular nerve and also to the pineal gland. And when you take it, drops in the eyes, and I do recommend diluting it in saline solution when you're first trying it. You can get sananga from various sources online. Uplift, I have put a link in the comments below or in the description box for you on this herb. But it helps to clean off the optical nerve and the messaging from the brain that tells you how you see reality. Okay, this is a really big deal. I'm actually wanting to and going to start doing sananga ceremony for increased clarity and vision in my local area, and monthly choosing an herb to do a sacred plant medicine ceremony with. This is my first herb of choice. It really does have to do with your brain health, your vision, your eye health. Those are all connected, obviously. How we see, how we process the information that we see. So that connection between the eyes and the brain is so important. This herb long helped hunters in the Amazon be able to see long distances as they're hunting, but also to see, to like open the spiritual sight. And you can actually feel it cleansing those synapses in your brain when you use it. It can be very painful when you first take it, so I do recommend that you have a little knowledge beforehand. But I just had my mom drop some in my eyes for me. She didn't know what was going on, and then for about 10 minutes when I first used it, a lot of pain as I could feel it cleaning off behind my eyes. But wowie zowie, what an amazing herb. So there's some precautions on that, so if you need guidance in that, please reach out. Other things that are really good for the brain, toning is really good, chanting, deep relaxation. Right now we have so many cosmic codes coming in that our brains are kind of on overload, and our nervous systems too, so they're processing so much information. So getting into deep relaxation, really vital. You can get there by using Yoga Nidra, which I do have some Yoga Nidra meditations available on YouTube and also on CD Baby, and I have a Yoga Nidra course on udemy.com if you want to learn a little bit more about that. But it does take you into a deep state of relaxation and dream state while learning to remain conscious, so you can learn how to take your brain waves into a more relaxed state consciously. Really important for our brain health right now. Also for the eyes and the brain, the Indian Shatkarma practice of Tratak, which is candle gazing. So you take a candle, you put it at arm's length distance, right at the same height as your third eye, and in the dark, you get the candle where you can see the flame above, so not inside a jar or anything. You want to be able to see the flame, and then you're staring at that place above the wick in the solid point of the light until your eyes feel like they want to start watering, and not pushing and straining them too much, and then closing your eyes and looking at that after image of the candle until it goes away, and opening again and staring again at the place above the wick. So this is really great for cleansing, again, the vision, the eyes, the pineal gland, really good for the brain, clarity in the mind. Brain health. What else? Doing Shambhavi Mudra, gazing up to the forehead and relax, gazing up and relax, is also helping sharpen that. Tapping, an emotional freedom technique, tapping around the eyes. You do have pressure points all around the eyes, so you can work those pressure points just lightly with the same pressure you would feel holding a dime, just very light pressure around the eyes. And then anything else for the eyes that I want to share, or the brain health. So another good one is imagining the figure 8 symbol over the brain. And you're just imagining this figure 8. You can even draw it out with your eyes. That helps to bring the brain into balance. And then you can also do inhale up this side of the nose, exhale down here, inhale again, exhale down here. Alternate nostril breathing, either with or without hands. And then also just meditation. It's good for your brain, bringing your brain into a meditative state, listening to 432 hertz frequencies and binaural beats can be really healing to the brain. And also being in nature. Sun gazing at the hour before sunset or right after sunrise, starting at 10 seconds each day, increasing by 10 seconds per day. I also have an article written about that online if you type in sun gazing and stage of bliss. The original article was published on the Guardian Liberty Voice. I think it was back in 2017. No, it was before that, 2013. That's an old article, an old viral article on that. And that's really awesome for your brain, really awesome for your whole body if you're doing it in the appropriate way. So, going over some brain health. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Otherwise, we're just wanting to really take care and nourish the brain right now as we're going through the evolutionary process, and so much is going on. One last thing that's really great and also helps activate dormant areas of the brain is feelings of love, praise, and gratitude, and enjoyment of life, rapture, beauty, awe, appreciation. All of this like lights up some of the dormant areas of the brain, like the Baroque area that really doesn't respond to anything besides art and music. There's a couple of areas of the brain that we can really help to bring online by allowing ourselves to feel good, to be in rapture, to be in pleasure, to enjoy and appreciate and have gratitude for life. So remember these things as we get closer here, moving into the summer solstice of 2021, or wherever you are in the year watching this for brain health. Take care of yourself, and if you need any assistance, please reach out. That's why I'm here to serve, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Blessings.